Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I have a rather modest, but still very exciting, book haul. I'm also coming to you today in a t-shirt that you can't see from this angle. I'm very excited about it. It's a Belle t-shirt that celebrates my love of books. Belle has always been my favorite Disney princess, and I've always been a big fan of hers and her library. And to be honest, at the rate I'm going, I may need a library that size. This month I collected a couple of books, not very many, from a variety of sources, but they are all so intriguing I had to tell you about them right away. The first was a complete and total surprise. It was a lovely gift from my dear friend Amanda. Thank you so much. And as she put it, I send her so many books over the years, she thought it was about time that she sent me one. And the book she sent me was The Winter Sea by Susanna Kearsley? I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. This is an author that she recommended to me, and I had a couple of her books marked on Goodreads, but it had been several years, so I had kind of forgotten about her. So she very kindly sent me this book, and it sounds wonderful. It's about a young woman, Carrie, who she wants to write a novel about the first Jacobite uprising, so 1708 to 1715. But in doing her research, she discovers that her own family was tied up in the events that she wants to write about. And this leads to very complicated feelings. There may be some time travel or blurring of past and present. It sounds wonderful, very Outlander-like, and it's a big book and it's floppy and it just sounds like the most wonderful, cozy, fantastic read. So thank you so much, Amanda. I'm very excited to read this. The next two were books that I picked up from the National Theatre Bookshop in London. Their bookshop has finally reopened for both in-person and online shopping. I, of course, was shopping online, and I picked up two plays. The first play is The Welkin by Lucy Kirkwood, and I was very pleased to discover that I had ordered a signed copy. This is extra exciting. This was a play that I was meant to see via National Theatre Live last June, and clearly that did not happen. I don't know if or when it will be rescheduled, so I thought, why not purchase the play and read it for myself. It's the story set in a small town in Suffolk, England in 1759, where a young woman, Sally, is sentenced to death for murder. However, she claims to be pregnant, and so the town puts together a jury of 12 women to decide whether she is telling the truth or whether she's just trying to escape her punishment. And I didn't need to hear any more than that. That sounds fascinating, and it sounds like so many intriguing perspectives are going to be brought to the surface because of all the potential conversations that are going to come out of this. The other play I picked up was Pravda by Howard Brenton and David Hare. This was a play that premiered in the 1980s and is about Lambert LaRue, a figure who is very much based on Rupert Murdoch. He's a South African newspaper magnate, and how he comes on the scene and slowly but ruthlessly begins to take over all of London's newspapers, and the changes that wreaks, and the slow transition from the previously liberal standpoints that these newspapers were able to hold. And so, of course, it addresses Thatcherism, that is when it was written, but I think it's still quite present today in terms of the importance of journalism, but also how easily swayed people can be. And I saw a couple of scenes from Pravda during the National Theatre's 50th anniversary production, where Ralph Fiennes was playing Lambert LaRue, and those scenes were incredible. So I am very excited to read the whole thing and get an even clearer grasp on what the play is trying to do. Then I had 2 pre-orders finally arrive, and the first one is The Paper and Heart Society Bookishly Ever After, which is the 3rd book in the Paper and Heart Society series by Lucy Powery. You may be familiar with Lucy Powery. She is also a booktuber. I will link her channel down below. She loves talking about classics, and this is a YA series that she has written about a group of friends who call themselves the Paper and Heart Society. And it tackles both a love of books as well as very salient mental health issues all at the same time. I loved the first 2, so I am very excited to read this last in the series. And finally, I ordered a book from Blackwell's in Oxford, which, along with the book, sent me this beautiful bookmark from circa 1939, I think this is, with a lovely poem on the back. They just do an amazing job. But the book that came with it is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, which I talked about in my myth retellings video, which went up last week, so go and look for that on my channel. This is the story of Ariadne from Greek mythology, who fell in love with Theseus, taught him how to defeat the labyrinth and the Minotaur. In recompense, he carries her off with him on his adventures, but eventually he grows tired of her and abandons her on the island of Naxos. And so this is that myth retold from her perspective. I love similar myth retellings like The Song of Achilles and Circe and Stephen Fry's books on Greek mythology, so I am very intrigued to see this take on Ariadne's story. So there you have it. As I said, it was a modest book haul, but I am so excited to get to these books. Have you read any of these and did you love them? Should I bump them up my TBR list? My TBR for June is looking very nebulous, so if you can give me a hand with that, I would love it. Are you also intrigued to read these books? Have you picked up any new books that you think I would enjoy as well? Let me know down below, and until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.